Hi guys, been doing a little project over the next few weeks, trying to get these wheels refurbished. The goal is to split them. They're 3-piece splits, but the barrels and the dishes are welded together, so only the center really comes out without taking the tire off and cutting the welds. I've split this wheel already. Basically it's four bolts each side and nuts. So these are 12-piece spline sockets, M7 size, with a 10mm nut at the end. I'll be replacing the nuts. I'll keep the bolts as is, they're absolutely fine. So what we'll do is I'll split the wheels, take the centers out and send it to a professional refurbishment place, get them chemically stripped or sandblasted on all the side on this here. We'll pick a color. I'm thinking probably gonna stay silver, or might go for shadow chrome or something. The wheels themselves, they got quite a bit of paint peeling there, like corrosion around where the ball heads are. Yeah, the dishes themselves got quite a bit of beating. This is probably one of the better wheels. The others are worse. Essentially the issues, you got some curbing marks. The metal surface itself is it's not pitted, but it looks like it's damaged with something, probably chemicals or crap on the road. Anyway, so what I'll do is I'll sand these down, flatten them as much as I can, and then go over with a metal polish, get them polished to chrome finish, and possibly put ceramic coating on top of it to hopefully preserve the metal a bit longer and keep the mirror finish. And once that is all done, we'll then assemble them back together, get new nuts, as these are a little corroded. And then I'll probably try and do something with these wheel caps. I'm thinking maybe just compound for paint. We'll just bring them up a little bit, turn them a bit shinier. I'm not gonna replace them, I'm just gonna leave them. Yeah, other than that, take it to get balanced, give it a good clean on the barrels and all that. It's probably just gonna be mostly brake dust kicked in there. Yeah, just bring them back to life a little bit. I'm not expecting perfection, but we'll see what happens really.
And gone away. With her, with my future. But life is filled with gloom. So day after day, I stay locked up in my room. Locked up in my room.
Back to this. At this stage, all four have been split. You can see all the four faces here. You can see this wheel, for example, has more damage. Like I said, the first wheel I showed you was probably one of the better ones. This one is literally the paint is flaking everywhere, wheel bolt areas and so on. So this pile, these four wheels, is what's going to be sent to with a refurbishment place. Again, probably blasted and powder coated, not sure what color. So now these can sit here and just wait for me whenever I get the time to do it, and whenever I find a place that's happy to do this. Should any local to me wheel refurbishment place, we'll just strip them, no problems. But we'll get back to these later. So now they're just basically ready for professionals to do their job and sort the paintwork out on that. Next for me though is giving these a clean. So these are the barrels. That's what I mentioned. I'm just gonna use a normal wheel cleaner, spray on, basically leave it to sit for a while, then use a stiff bristle brush to wipe it off. Yeah, as far as splitting the wheels goes, it depends. If you know your wheels are welded, you can probably keep the tires aired in, but in my case I wasn't sure, so I just aired the tires out, cracked on with the splitting. As you can see, this is the back of SSRs. They use 5 bolts and nuts per spoke. These random holes, so unused essentially. Anyway, so next task is to get these skin as we can. Not expecting perfection again. It's going to be many years of grime and tape from shipping from Japan and will weight marks and so on. Basically a mess. Just get them as clean as we can, and then main focus here is going to be the actual dish to get the chrome finished. Anyway, on to that bit now. So a little update on these. So I split them all up, start sanding them down, start sanding all the damage out. There's not much I can do about most of it because I basically can't add extra metal, so I'm just going. This was a little test with the polisher to just see if I can get him looking alright or not. This is not sanded, so it's basically just as is with the dish. You can see how it was before, so it's basically all cloudy. What I'm doing right now is just basically cleaning up all these edges because they go like, it seems like it's a clear coat or something. So I'm sanding all of that down. Once I sand it down, then I'm gonna just go with sandpaper over it. I'm gonna probably go with 400 grit, go up to 600, 1000 and 1500 one. And then I'm gonna take out the polishing attachment and just stick it on the drill and go for it. Yeah, so basically just a little update. All 4 wheels are split. Just working on it right now. See how it goes. I'll probably catch up again once I'm done with the sanding and start polishing, just so we can see a before and after, which is pretty much that, but will be shining less actual visible scratches in the polish part. But anyway, we'll see. So here's where we are with sanding. It's been sanded down at this stage. You can see some polish marks, don't worry about it. To get to this kind of finish, I had to go with 240 grit here because that's where like some clear coat or something was on. So I had to sand all of those marks down. So in 240 here, then I went over with 400, then I went over with 800, 1000, 1500. And that's where we are now. So from here I'm literally using a drill with a polishing attachment and some auto-sol metal polish, which is going to be the first thing I'm going to stick with, and then after that I'm going to refine it with mothers. I'm going to use them in aluminum polish to just finish off, as I prefer the way that finishes the metal. It gives it a bit of a deeper, darker reflection, but this is good for the initial cut off and polish of the metal. So basically with just a drill and single go over this surface, basically smooth, cloudy, kind of brushed metal surface, you can go from this, where you can see a little bit of reflection, to essentially that. It's pretty much a mirror with just a single go over it.
Once you get to that stage, obviously you can refine it more, which is what I'm gonna do. So you can still see some tiny bit of cloudiness around here, so I'm gonna do that. But initially, from one single cut, that's pretty good going. So you just gotta do that with all the wheels, and then once you're done with that, it's your call if you wanna clear coat them or something. I personally don't suggest clear coating, as that simply will result in stone chips later, and those stone chips will just let water in and then you will not be able to wipe it off. So in my case, I am going to leave it bare and just use metal polish when I need to. I will only run these wheels for the summer, so the winter salt and all that doesn't really bore me. Otherwise, I guess you can try and hit it with ceramic coating, but I've heard mixed reviews on that too, so I'm just gonna leave it bare and look after them as you should really. Yeah, so I'll catch up with you once I'm done polishing the rest of this, and once we've got the faces in, ready to be assembled. Anyway, on to the next part.
So we're now back with the wheel faces. There you go. As you can see, I got mine refurbished in gunmetal grey. They were chemically stripped and refurbed. One key thing about it is, see this little edge that was kept unpainted. Just part of the assembly. Basically the face slots into the dish of the chrome, and it's basically there's very little tolerance between them. It's basically none. It's actually quite hard to get in, so I'm gonna put some copper grease in there to just help it slide in. So basically this stage you will be ready to assemble. I mean, the dishes are polished, they're not perfect, but I'm happy enough with how they look. I'll put the face in and I'll catch up with you, showing you how to actually, in order to put the nuts in and torque it up and all that. Anyway, so on to the next step. So here we got the face basically in without any bolts. Essentially, to seat the face properly, and keep in mind this is for SSR wheels in particular, the dish is welded to the barrel and this just comes off unless you want to really split it. You gotta take the tire off, cut the welds and all that. Anyway, so for these I'm just gonna go one bolt here, one bolt here, one bolt here, one bolt here, basically that part, and so he sits itself down flat. And then we're just gonna torque them all up. First I'll get them hand tied, basically, maybe even a bit more than hand tied, and once that I'll just go around in similar order to just torque them up to around 26, maybe 28 Newton meters. It depends per wheel. I can't find any specs on this. I'm gonna go with mid-20s, just be on the safe side. Hopefully no bolts snap, but we'll see at this stage. Anyway, I'll catch up with you when I'm basically done with the nuts, and next thing to move on to will be the center caps. As you can see, well, dirty and actually quite tight, so I think I'm gonna just polish them with a compound. Let's see if I can get them looking a bit more shinier, so they sit nicer with the wheel. Anyway, well, this is pretty much where we are right now. Just front wheel. The first one is fully done, including the cap. So essentially, as I said, I will just use a polishing compound. In this case, I just had some of this. That seemed to polish out the scratches quite well. Not perfect, but it's much better than what it looked before. Like you can see, very cloudy, and this is more like deep back. There's still some marks behind the plastic, but there's nothing I can do about that. The wheel itself, as you can see, the finish is pretty amazing. I love the color of the contrast between the polished dish and the gunmetal center. All the bolts have been put in, the cap has been put on. The last thing to do with them is get them balanced and they'll be ready to go on a car. But a couple of things to also note is that I'm not professional. This is the first time I'm doing this. Most everything I've done is from googling and learning around, you know, there's no training, nothing. But yeah, as far as putting it together goes, it went alright. I did put some new nuts in the back because the other ones were like corroded a little bit and they need replacement. You do have to go for like a grade 10 strong proper hard metal, and other than that, I just, as I said, I just did it in crossbar, and then once I had them all, the center seated properly, I just went around and put all the bolts in, put thread lock on it. Say that one, just on medium viscosity. It seems to be the same as the bolts had on when I removed them, so I'm presuming that was the factory thread lock, which looked blue. so I just put the same one on, and other than that, did everything up hand tight, and then just went around and torqued it all up. And yeah, I think at this stage, this particular wheel is done. I still got a few more to go, but yeah, looks good. The finish from powder coaters is pretty damn amazing, to be honest. I love the metallic flake. The reflection of the dish is pretty good too. I mean, it's not perfect, but hey, what can you do? It's just a quick polish job. As you can see, it's amazing. Anyway, a couple more angles to get an idea. Yeah, that's where we are. Anyway, thanks for watching, and hopefully it was useful. I think it's not how to, as I said, do it at your own risk. If you mess up, your own fault. If you got it right, great. This whole video took me probably 6 weeks to record, so I can only work at the weekends or in the evenings. Yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, guys.
You thought I'd be naive and take you, but I'll be turned down then. Well, take another look and tell me that silver won't win who? Well, the fish jumped on the hook, did not bed.